You make me feel like dancing, dancing, dancing. Hey Nancy, hola, hola. Hey Mary Bella, hola. Leti Martinez, hola, hola. I had gone live a while ago, but for some reason like it didn't want to pick up anything, so I was like, I'll shut it down. Usually what I do is I go on a little cruise by myself so I can go live. That way I don't put my kids and my grandchildren and and all this stuff, but they already know. And Teresa, Letty, Mary, Sienna, hola, hola. Yes, I'm doing awesome, ladies. I'm doing awesome. Hola, hola, ¿cómo amanecieron? ¿Cómo están? Buenas tardes, buenas tardes. Es que porque, ay, ahora me puse tacones, pero no me puse canzones. Ahora no me quise poner canzones. Ahora no me voy a poner canzones. Hola, hola, hola. Yes, I'm doing awesome, ladies. So, ahora no me quise poner canzones. Me puse tanga. Me puse tanga. Anyways, the real Velda. The real Velda. This is the real Velda. It's nice. It's nice to know that I influence people in every aspect. In every aspect. Because if they're not criticizing my weight, they're criticizing my family. If they're not criticizing my family, they're criticizing the things that I do throughout the day, throughout whatever I go through, they criticize. So obviously, I am influencing people, right? And that's what this is all about, influencing people. I talk about things that I've done in the past. Hi, hello, Teresa. Thank you for being here. I've done things in the past. I've helped communities. I've taken clothes, food. I've helped people that were underwater. Nelda's a witness to that. I even got Nelda connected to someone that gave donations. And I'm not going to talk about Mildred, but Mildred was in a nonprofit organization, and she gifted us several gift cards with $200 and $300. And I connected Nelda to Mildred, and those are things that I do, and I don't have to be thanked or get recognized or I'm doing it for acknowledgement. I do it from just because I want to help people. So it feels good. It feels good, and I love it. I love it. I love to hear individuals that are trying to do the things that I have done in the past. And I'm talking about maybe 10 years ago. right now, right now, I'm focused on my job, my children, my grandchildren. That's what I'm focused on right now. Back then, I had all the time in the world. I wouldn't get how can I say it? Like I was busy doing other things, and I didn't have the time. Like I didn't have a job, so I had the time to give. I have a plaque, 800 hours of volunteer hours at the school district. So, I help. And I don't do it for recognition. I'm sorry. And obviously, someone pays a lot of attention to what I do, and I love it. I love it because I influence that individual. I influence. people. And Yaya, thank you, Yaya. Even if you and I don't talk, thank you, Yaya, for respecting me, for calling me out by my name, Velda. Thank you, Yaya. My respects to you, ma'am. I don't know you. Um, Here we are, uh, knowing each other because of other platforms, and apparently you and I are in contact, and someone is very upset about it. But you know, you don't talk ill about me, and I don't talk ill about you, and that's all that. We respect each other, and that's all there is to it. So, ladies, I'm sorry that I'm not reading your comments. I'm driving, and I can't put the phone on the dashboard because it gets real hot and then it shuts down. So I'm sorry I'm not able to read your comments. Um, what else was I gonna say? Oh shoot, I needed to do something else. Okay. Desde antes de Christmas, I got COVID. Oh my God, Sol. Prayers, Sol. Prayers, prayers. Hey, Sosa. Hola, hola. Carolina, hello, hello. Hola, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, ladies. Sol, you have my number, Mama. Call me whenever you want. You can call me. Yo no sé, ladies, pero miren, yo no me tengo que echar make-up y me miro bien bonita, ¿verdad? Like, me miro bien bonita. No me tengo que echar nada de make-up. Qué cosas, right? Qué cosas. Cuando uno es bonita, decía mi mamá, te puedes comprar un vestido de $100 y si la persona es fea, ese vestido se te va a ver feo. Y te puedes comprar un vestido de $5 y si la persona es bonita, ese vestido se te va a ver bonito. So, guess what? Yo soy esa persona bonita. Le guste a quien le guste o no le guste, yo soy esa persona bonita. Esa soy yo. Last night I was talking to a friend of mine. He's a Border Patrol agent. And we were talking because he shared a video of Trump. And Trump says, only because I don't have my other phone charged, but Trump's talking about how because of politics, people want to tear him down, right? And that's a fact. It's a fact. Because of politics, I made some friends. Because of politics, I made some natural beauty. I was raised that way. Me and my three sisters were minimum makeup, mascara, and eyeliner. Así yo me echaba bien poquito eyeliner en la escuela, poquito lip gloss y era todo. A mí no me gustaba el makeup. Nunca me gustó el makeup. Tengo una tía que she's about 6 years older than me y parece viejita. She looks like an old lady. Aparte de que she's addicted to crack, right? Pero, pobrecitos, those people that are addicted to drugs, me da lástima because se miran bien acabadas esas personas. How is Kat doing? How is she doing, ladies and gentlemen? I haven't heard from Kat. But I sweat too much when I wear foundation. Yeah, I don't like foundation. I really, honest to God, don't like foundation. So, as I was saying, um, you know, I was talking to him, and I was telling him where I lived as a little girl back in the 80s. Back in, hey, Corina, hello, hello, how are you, Mama? Back in 1980, between 1975 and 1980, we lived in around where he lived. And I was telling him, I'm like, I remember your mom from back then. And I said, you don't remember me because you were probably like 5 or 6 years old. I was like 10, 11 years old, 14, I think. I said, and uh, because of politics, we bumped into each other a few years ago. And these people, they're blocking the whole kid and caboodle here. Yes, she's battling cancer. Sorry, ladies. Um, Katherine is battling cancer right now. She asked for some help. If anyone is willing to send her monetary donations, if you're willing to send her a care basket, food basket, or basket with necessities, um, hand washing soaps, hand sanitizers, um, toilet paper, um, whatever, gift cards, Walmart, Sam's, HEB, anything, everything and anything is appreciated. If you all are willing to help Katherine out, that would be awesome. Karina, Kathy, where's Kathy? I don't see her. Tea Talk with Kathy. Yes, Kathy is Tea Talk with Kathy and Friends. Yes. Oh my God, this guy doesn't move up a little bit so I can scoot in here. Hey, Anna. No, Karina. Kat is one of our friends that we met on Ophelia's platform. Um, if you all remember, a few months ago, Ophelia was talking about her daughter. So she is battling cancer. They've been accusing her of being some fake pages or other profiles, but in all reality, Katherine has been battling cancer. So if anyone wants to send her a little gift card, get well card with $5, $10, $20, whatever, everything and anything is appreciated. She is struggling. She hasn't been able to work. This woman was or is a hardworking woman. She donated a lot of items to Ophelia's platform. Hi, Pepe Longstocking. You're doing a live. Okay, awesome, Anna. I'm not asking anyone to send anything to my Cash App. If you all want, send it to Katherine. I'm sure Maria. Thank you, Teresa. Maria's page, if I'm not mistaken, also shared it, shared her Cash App. And, she is like she said, she doesn't like asking. But at this point, she's struggling and she really, really needs the help. So if anyone is willing to donate, please reach out to Katherine, myself, or Kat, please. On another note, I was talking about my Border Patrol agent friend. So a few years ago, there was a young man that was Oh, wow, Corina. My condolences. Wow. Wow. Hey, Sandra del Rio. Hola, hola, mama. Wow, that's crazy. So lately, what I've been watching is on YouTube. I've been watching a lot of lies on moving my cats to the other. Ay, Dios mío, Ana and her cats. Ay, Dios mío. I'm so sorry for your loss, Corina. Sorry. Y Ana con sus gatos. So, my platform. Okay, so back to my border patrol agent friend. So a few years ago, a young man was. I don't remember exactly the details because it's been a few years. I don't know if it was a hit and run or if the woman was drinking and driving, but he was coming from the gym on his bike. It was late night, or it was already dark, and he was hit and he was unalived. And this guy reached out to me, right? Because back then I was real active in politics, and he reached out to me, and I went over there. Um, my daughter and I were able. I get very emotional. I'm sorry, ladies. My daughter and I were able to do gather a group of people for a prayer, right? And a candle vigil. And I never told him that I knew him, right? From when we were little. So, because of politics, we started talking, and he supported me. Hey, Yolanda, hello, hello. And we started talking. And last night he shared something about Trump, a video of Trump, and how you make friends because of politics, but then you make enemies because of politics. And I said, yeah, I have made a lot of enemies. I have made a lot of enemies because of politics, because I've exposed so much that goes on in our city. And it goes on in everywhere. You know, this is and I hate politics. Oh, hold on, ladies. I'm gonna put gas, okay? You see, God works in mysterious ways. It's so crazy because right now I came in, the gas was 279. Now it's 284. Hey, Lilia. Hola, hola. Thank you for being here. So then we were talking because of the video he shared of Trump. Doesn't matter. It's the policies that will make our country better and safer that is important. He's the one that can make this economy better. Exactly, Zappo. Exactly. Hey, godmother. I believe Trump is going to destroy the lower class and the middle class families. He's going to help the rich people. That's my opinion. So, if, if everything we hear, hey, honey bunches, everything we hear from the Republicans and the Democrats, right? And I don't understand why we're divided, red and blue. Like, instead of uniting, we're divided, red and blue. And it shouldn't be that way. shit, I couldn't get it out. So then we're talking, right, because of that video. And I'm like, hey, oh, shoot, I can't put it there because it gets real hot. And I said, it's crazy because, um, let me put it here. I'm going to put it right here, hombre. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, awesome. So then we're talking, right? And I said, um, I said, you know what Trump's saying right there? He's on it 100%. I said, I know he's a millionaire and, apparently he's not going to help the middle class. He's about helping the upper class, the rich people. I said, but you know what? I said, majority, and listen to this, people, majority of the people that own these facilities where the immigrants are placed, majority of those places are owned by Democrats. And you know why they're owned by the Democrats? Because the Democrats are making money from our tax dollars. So, we can turn it vice versa. It can be Trump. It can be uh, that lady. What's her name? Kamala or whatever her name is. I don't even remember her name. But anyways, so we started messaging, and I'm like, and he's married. It's not nothing like uh, uh, relationship stuff. He's got a beautiful wife. He's got a big farm. He's got, as a matter of fact, he has one of our horses there in his ranch. But we were talking, and I said, I've known you since you were a little boy. I said, I remember your mom. Your mom used to sell tamales back in the day. Kamala, yeah, that's what I said. It's so weird because who would have ever thought? Oh shoot! I said, who would have ever thought that we would know each other, like we would run into each other. And then I told him about. I go, my sister. I said, you're younger than me. My sister, you're about my sister's age. And he's like, I go, my sister, and I told him her name. And he's like, she's your sister, and I'm like, yeah, she's my sister. He's like, wow, what a small world. And I'm like, yep. I said, yep, that's life. I said, my sister is totally different from I. Es como todos los dedos de la mano, todos los dedos son diferentes, and I keep saying it, and I'll say it over and over again. Todos los dedos de la mano son diferentes, so todos nuestros hijos son diferentes de una manera u otra. Quéramos o no quéramos, como quiera son nuestros hijos y los tenemos que querer. And we're always going to love our children, no matter if he's the ugliest child, if he's the meanest child, if he's whatever he is, right? So I was telling him, sadly, I said, I had to leave. I had to leave. I had to leave Mercedes because I was so sick of the politics. Like an opening at the city hall in Mercedes, and guess who the person got hired? Who is the person that got hired? Why does it have to be someone, Teresa? Yes. Why does it have to be someone that is, connected to these people? Why can't it be someone else? Pero yo vine a salir acá en otra parte donde no conozco. Ay, Velda, vas a gastar todo el gas vuelta y vuelta. Oh, kidoki, now I know where I'm at. Why couldn't I come out on the other side? Chingotes. I didn't want to come through here. My two posts that stated facts were deleted. Probably somebody reported it, friend. But see, I I got tired of politics, and then he asked me, "So, how did it go, Velda?" When I said, "Ever since my arrest, I said I haven't voted. I left. I left. I'm not in Mercedes anymore." And he's like, "Well, where are you at?" And I told him, and he's like, "Wow." I go, "Ricky and my girls are over there. You know, Ricky and my daughter and my two sons are over there." I said, "And my other two daughters are over there." I said, "And it's sad because you have to be connected to someone in order to get a job in Mercedes. Why can't people get a job because of their own merits? Why does it have to be because of who you know? Like, why can't it be, oh, he's graduated, he knows how to work a backhoe, we're going to give him a job, you know, as a driller or whatever." Well, it has to be someone that's connected. We have a swimming pool that we pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, that we pay millions of dollars to keep it up, a public pool. And our locals can't even get in that pool. Our locals have to go to Eckouch, Elsa, Westaco, Edinburgh for the swimming pool when we're paying for these services here in Mercedes. Like, that's what a lot of people don't understand. People think, "Oh, pues I live in Section 8, I don't have to pay rent." Yes, you live in Section 8, but and guess what? Because you live in Section 8, you don't find out exactly how much you have to pay in rent, but your landlord is going to increase your rent because their property taxes keep increasing. And people don't understand these things. You go to the store and you go buy a gallon of milk. A gallon of milk was $1.99. Now you buy a gallon of milk and it's $3.69, $3.89. A dozen of eggs, $3. What happened to the 99 cents? You know? Like, those are things that are happening. That's the economy. That's because of politics. So anyways, I told him, I said, "I'm over here," and I said, "I started working, I'm working, and I really love it." And he goes, "Wow, that's nice, Velda." He's like, "You know what? Eventually, I think I'm going to sell my ranch. I'm going to sell my ranch." And I was like, "Oh, wow." He said, "I'm just waiting because they're building some more stuff, more businesses, and guess what? I can sell it for a little bit more." So I live a mile away from him, and I'm like, "Well, you know what? Guess what? So if you sell your ranch for a little bit more, that means I get to sell my house for a little bit more." So I'm debating. I'm actually debating. You know, I'm thinking about selling my house. I really want to sell my house. I really, really want to sell my house. I want to buy a bigger home. Not for me, because, you know, it's for my kids. You know, at least my kids can say, "You know what? My mom left us this. You know, this is what my mom left us." As a single mom, you know, my mom accomplished a lot. Aside from being a aside from being a ninth grade dropout, my mom accomplished a lot as a single mom. My mom didn't give us away. My mom struggled with us, but I never, ever had to give my children up because I couldn't afford my children. Never. So my children, I'm sure a lot of parents have had disagreements with their children. I don't think there's anyone on here that can say, "No, we've never had a disagreement with our parents." We all have disagreements with our loved ones. But guess what? No matter what, our loved ones are our loved ones, and they will always be a part of us. And thank you to those people. Thank you to those people that reach out to me, that encourage me, um, that encourage me, that you all tell me, like, ignore her, move on. And you know what, ladies? I'm going to tell you all something. whatever Ophelia is doing right now, whatever she's doing, if she's putting small clips, whatever she's doing, I'm proud of Ophelia right now, ladies, because it's been very quiet without Ophelia. And that's what a lot of people were asking for peace. Excuse me. And I'm not talking bad about Ophelia right now, so don't nobody go and say, oh, she was talking bad. I'm not talking bad about Ophelia. I'm just saying it's been very peaceful. Exactly, Teresa. Always, there's always something going on with our children, with our family. Always. Your mod, who? I can see your comments, Eve's Apple. Let's not block Eve's Apple. I know who she is, ladies. No, no, no one's blocking them, Mom. I can see them. I see all your comments on here, Eve's Apple. I may not like him personally, but he is the one that wants our country to be better as a whole. Yeah, your comments are on here, Eve's Apple. I can see them. Oh, well, the YouTube, what they do is if they don't like something or they feel that something is out of place, they delete or they block the comment. I don't know why it does that, but it does do that. So, to the window, to the walls. Hi, Cynthia. So, it's been very peaceful without Ophelia, and I'm not here bashing on her. Everyone has a right to monetize. Everyone has a right to go live, and as long as you're not bashing anyone. And that's why, for a while, I had already said, like, let's move on. I don't want to bash anyone. That day that Cecilia called me, she called me off guard. We She asked me some questions, and I did bring up Glo's name, but for some odd reason, someone turned it into some bashing, and then she went on a trip, and yes, it has Eve's Apple, and she started bashing me. And you know what? People can say whatever they want to say. I have a criminal background. I'm not perfect. I've been in jail for disorderly conduct, for criminal mischief, for trespassing, assault with aggravated assaults with motor vehicle, theft. I have 2 theft charges. So that was what I was going to talk to you all about yesterday when I got distracted. Because apparently she was talking that I'm a ladrona. Ladrona is a person that steals. So I'm not happy for what I did. I was young. I think my first shoplifting was when I was 17, 18, and I was stealing clothes for my baby because my husband was in prison. And then the second time that I got caught shoplifting, I had gone to J.C. Penney, and I had walked out with a whole bunch of shit. It was crazy because I had just got my settlement. It was just a fucking habit that I had. And I got caught. And the only reason I got caught because it was like 6 of us that walked into the freaking store, and it looked freaking obvious. And I got caught, and it was embarrassing. Dice el dicho, vergüenzas que te pesquen, ¿cómo dice? Vergüenzas que te pesquen robando. And yeah, it was embarrassing. Am I proud of what I did? Hell no. It was embarrassing. It was freaking embarrassing. And I cannot erase that. For everything that I wish I could pay all the money in the world to delete that from my background, to expunge it, to erase that. But you know what? That's not gonna go away. And that's not gonna change who I am. It's not, because I am, no matter what, I am Velda Garcia. I'm not gonna change my name for no one. My name is my name. That's the name that my mom and my dad decided to name me, and that is my name, and I'm gonna wear it and say it very proudly. Velda Garcia. Soy Garcia hasta la muerte. Me voy a morir siendo García, Velda García. No me voy a cambiar el nombre para nada. nunca. Y yo que no tenía comida en su casa, que sus hermanas no le daban de comer. Guess Le dije, no tendré steaks para invitarte a comer. Here, yeah, it was where I was at. I might not have steaks to eat, but you know what? Whatever I have here in my home, you're welcome to it. We're back. Sorry. I might not, I might not be able to take you to eat at Longhorn Steakhouse every day, but I can guarantee you that you're not gonna starve to death. I told her. I made breakfast for her in my home. Nelda is a witness. She went into my home and she knows my house is very clean. She's a witness to my home. My home was a very humble home, and anyone is invited into my home. I might not have luxury. I might not wear tacones. I might not wear a $10,000 ring. But you know what? I have a humble heart. And if I can help you, I'm gonna help you. And that's why a lot of people dislike me and hate me. I wish Nelda, when Ophelia was talking about her son, it hurt me. It hurt me. No one knows what happened that night. No one knows. Only a few people know exactly what happened that night. And I'm not one to talk about her son. But I'm going to tell you something I did for her son one time. And I don't care if Nelda's here. She's going to listen to this because she knows that one time some kids were running after her son because her son was a little troublemaker. Era malo el huerquito. ¿Para qué se le quita? Era malo. They were running after him. They were trying to beat him up. They had already beat him up. And the little boy ran. And I'm saying little boy because he was like 14, 15 years old. And he started running. And as he was running, I so happened to pass by. And I asked him, hey, what's going on? And he says, they're running after me. They want to beat me up. I said, get in the car, get in the car. I put him in my car. And I took him to Nelda's house. Then I went back where I was going. And one of the kids picked up his boot and gave me his boot. And I took it to Nelda and I said, look, Nelda, this is your son's boot. When they were running after him to beat him up, he left his boot behind. Hey, beautiful badass. I gave Nelda his boot. Do you all think if I was a mean person, I would have stopped to help that kid? Do y'all really think I would have stopped to help that kid? Because all I would hear about that kid was that he was a mean kid, that he was a bad kid. And Nelda knows. Nelda knows I'm not lying. God is my witness. I don't have to lie. But for some reason, Nelda hates me. And it's okay. She can hate me all she wants. And she can feed into Gloria and talk to Gloria and tell her all my life. She knows my family. She knows my dad's family. She knows that family. Because they grew up in the same neighborhood. They grew up in the same neighborhood. There's so many ugly things I can say about Nelda and her family. So many ugly things that I know about that family. But you know what? I'm not going to say it. It's not my place to say. When judge time comes, judgment day, she will get judged. She can talk all she wants. She can tell Gloria que yo me robé carros, que yo soy una puta, que yo soy una cantinera, que yo soy esto, que yo soy lo otro, que Ricky es esto, que Ricky es el otro. Todo lo que ella le quiera decir a Gloria de mi familia, está bien, dígale lo que tenga que decir. Pero también di las cosas buenas que hice por ti, Nelda. Cuando no tenías que comer, yo te di de comer. Cuando a tu hijo lo andaban golpeando, yo levanté a tu hijo, yo lo protegí a tu hijo, Nelda. Habla las cosas bonitas también, Nelda. Cuando a tu hija la encerraron varias veces, que no me hablaban y me dijeron, por favor, ayúdala, Velda. Por favor, ayúdala, Velda. Cuando le dieron tiquetes a tu hija, Nelda, ¿se te olvida? No, que no se te olvide. Cuando le dieron un tiquete a tu hija, ¿qué me dijiste? Ay, Velda, le dieron un tiquete. ¿Y qué hice? Yo fui contigo. ¿Para qué? Para que le quitaran el tiquete a tu hija. ¿Te acuerdas, Velda? Ah, esas cosas se te olvidan. A mí no se me olvidan, Velda. A mí no se me olvidan esas cosas, Velda. Yo no te tengo coraje, yo no te tengo envidia, yo no tengo nada malo que decir de tus hijos ni de tus hijas, pero tú sí tienes mucho que decir de mi familia. Tú sí tienes mucho que decir. Por eso, Nelda, cuando andabas alrededor de mi familia, Nelda, yo le decía a mi familia que se callaran porque tú nomás estabas con las pinches orejas paradas, orejas de papalote, para estar oyendo a ver qué estaba pasando. Porque yo pensaba que tú eras mi amiga, Nelda, y no eres mi amiga. Tengo muchas cosas que decir. I have a lot to say, ladies. Mucho, mucho que decir. Pero dicen que calladita me miro más bonita. Y por eso quiero tener paz en mi corazón. Por eso yo le pido a Diosito que me perdone por mis pecados todos los días. Porque yo no soy perfecta. Nunca voy a ser perfecta. Nunca. Y a veces, a veces, a veces, a veces me hallo en los peores momentos de mi vida. Pero yo le pido a Diosito que por favor me dé fuerzas para seguir para adelante. Yo le pido a Diosito, por favor, Diosito, ayúdame, ayúdame. Quiero ser una mejor persona, quiero vivir en paz, quiero vivir contenta. Pero personas como Nelda no me dejan de reunir el culo. ¿Por qué? Nelda, ese día te hablé, no me contestaste, pero tienes mucho que decirle a Gloria. Síguele. Y ve y habla con los policías y dile a los policías que Velda está hablando de ti. Pero también enséñale a los policías todo lo que tú le mandas a Gloria. Mándale todo a los policías para que miren los policías que no te gusta mover el hocico, te gusta mover el hocico, pero no te gusta que la gente hable de ti. You all understand me, ladies? Do you all feel me? Do you all know how I feel? Do you all understand what I'm going through? That's why yesterday I went live and I said, you know, Gloria, you got 100. For everything you're saying, you got 100. You're on topic. Un 100%. Te doy un 100. You're on topic, Gloria. Y te puedo decir muchos nombres feos, Gloria, pero no te voy a decir, te voy a hablar por tu nombre, Gloria. Porque hay muchas cosas feas que tu hermana dijo de ti, Gloria. Y parece que a ti se te olvidan las cosas, Gloria. Porque yo nunca, nunca, nunca iba a hablar de ti porque yo no sabía ni quién eras. Yo te miraba que tú hablabas de mí en Justice RGV, tú ponías tus comentarios, hablabas de mí. Que ya se te haya olvidado es otra cosa. Porque tú te querías meter en lo que no te importaba. Tú no tenías velo ni en el entierro, pero ahí estabas bien metida. Porque tú querías hacer parte de esas plataformas para poder hacer dinero. No sé qué es tanto el hambre del dinero que dices que presumes que tienes chingos de dinero. Pero estás peleando en YouTube por pinches $3. Por pinches $3. Por favor. Por favor. A mí me da pinche vergüenza. Que dices, yo no quiero ser su amiga. ¿Cuántas veces yo te pedí que tú fueras mi amiga, Gloria? ¿Cuántas veces? ¿Cuántas veces? Yo y tú nunca los vamos a ver cara a cara, Gloria. Tú vives en Bronzeville, yo vivo en acá en el norte. I live north of San Antonio. Yo y tú nunca lo vamos a ver, Gloria. Y espero en Dios que yo nunca tenga que volver para atrás para el valle. Yo no quiero volver para atrás al valle. La única razón que yo voy al valle es porque voy a ver a mi esposo y a mis hijos que tengo allá, Gloria. Porque a mí sí me dolieron mis hijos. A mí sí me dolieron mis hijos. Cuando yo los parí, me salieron por la panocha y me duelen mis hijos. A mí sí me duelen mis hijos. No le hace que tengan ya más de 20 años, que tengan 30 años, pero son mis hijos, me dolieron para tenerlos. Y yo los quiero, los amo chingos a mis hijos. Y si uno de ellos estuviera encerrado ahorita, ahí estuviera yo viendo a mis hijos. No, no cerrándole las llamadas para nada. Te puedo garantizar, Gloria, que de hoy en adelante no te tengo que mencionar. Y está bien, si quieres hacer un rebuttal después de este video, porque no estoy hablando mal de ti. No te estoy trashing, no te estoy bashing, no te estoy nada. Nomás te estoy diciendo las verdades. So, si tú quieres hacer un rebuttal, ahora, mañana, cuando tú quieras, te voy a dar la oportunidad, Gloria. Y vas a ver que sin mí, Gloria, como quiera, vas a seguir moviendo el hocico de mí. Que porque tú quieres hacer perfecta, que porque tú quieres hacer una consejera, porque tú quieres a darle a la gente consejos en la vida. Por favor, por favor. Dijo una vieja, cuando me casé con mi primer esposo, me dijo, ay, Velda, congratulations. Mind you, this woman was married to one of my husband's nephews. Ay, Velda, congratulations. But, you know, to hold a marriage, you know, you have to give your husband whatever he asks you for. Always be there for your husband. And I was like, okay. Years later, I found out that woman had been sleeping with my husband before I married him. ¿Cómo me va a dar una puta consejos a mí? A mí deme una persona, consejos, una persona que no ha vivido con más de un hombre en su vida, que no tiene hijos de diferentes hombres, que nomás ha sido una mujer de un hombre, una mujer que ha sido fiel toda su vida. Esa persona, deme consejos a mí. Pero una puta resbalosa, barata, nah, a chingar su madre. A chingar su madre. Porque yo puedo ser buena y te puedo hablar con respeto y te puedo dar todo mi corazón, porque también sé ser humilde. Pero no crean que soy una pendeja. Y yo no te puedo decir que voy a ser perfecta, porque eso no te lo puedo decir nunca. I can never tell you that I'm gonna be perfect my entire life or the rest of my life, because that's not gonna happen. Todos fracasamos en esta vida. Nadie somos perfectos. ¿Por qué dice en la Biblia que el que no ha pecado tire la primer piedra? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué lo dice en la Biblia eso? ¿Por qué? For those who have not sinned, please throw the first stone. Why? Why does it say that? You all hear me? You all know where I'm coming from? You all get me? Thank you. Sorry, Teresa. 20 years ago, we didn't have YouTube. 20 years ago, we started getting Facebook. I remember in 2003, when I first got back with Ricky, that's the first thing we went and did. We went to T-Mobile and we got a cell phone in 2003. That's how long I've had my services with T-Mobile. Since 2003, when Ricky and I first got back together. Then it came Facebook. Then it came MySpace, right? MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all these social media platforms. And even, yesterday, I was watching a guy, Steve from, I think it was Dallas Fort Worth area, and this guy was on the verge of committing suicide. He was on the edge of a bridge, wanting to throw himself from the top of that bridge to unalive himself because he had enough. Life isn't easy, ladies. And when you have a person that's trying to hurt you, to tear you down, that says a lot about that person. That says a lot about that person. Her sister has said so many things about this woman, and she portrays to be the person that she in reality isn't. Que quiere dar consejos. ¿Qué consejos puedes dar tú cuando tú te pescaron robando marihuana de tu esposo? Ahora ni modo que digas que son mentiras porque está en el periódico de México. Saliste en el front page del newspaper. Saliste en el front page. El otro día saliste hablando que estabas en la halfway house ahí en Bronzeville. Como que estás bien orgullosa de esa vida. Hay muchas cosas que se pueden decir y muchas cosas que no se deben de decir, pero uno viene a YouTube to vent. Because here you're talking to a lot of people. You're not talking to only one person. Hey, Granberry. You're not talking to only one person. You're talking to a lot of people in this world. I have people from California. I have people from New York. I have people from Las Vegas. I have people from Wisconsin. I have people from Dallas, Texas. I have people from San Antonio, from Kennedy, Texas, from Corpus Christi, Texas. I have a lot of people. And they tell me, Velda, don't listen to those people. We like when you go live and when you talk about your life. All I want in my life is peace. That's all I want in my life, peace. And if you think that by bashing me, that it's going to make you feel better and you're going to look more pretty, go for it. Dale gas. Dale gas. Porque todo lo que tu hermana dijo en YouTube de ti, se nota que por eso tienes la vida que tienes. Miserable, sentada en tu casa sola peleando con la gente. En vez que vayas y levantes a tu hijo, ¿sabes qué, mijo? Vamos a almorzar, mijo. ¿Sabes qué, mijo? Vamos a comer cabrito, mijo. Andas presumiendo que tienes esto y que tienes lo otro. ¿Para qué? El día que te mueras no te vas a llevar nada. Nomás un puño de tierra. Y eso si al caso te entierran. Eso si al caso te llevan a tu sepultura. A mí no me van a hacer sepultura. A mí me van a quemar. ¿Cómo dice el dicho? To ashes. That's what I am. I'm going to be ashes. Me van a hacer polvo. Tú nunca tuviste la oportunidad para sentarte conmigo y conocerme. Tú te creíste de las pinches ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Exactly, Teresa. Thank you, thank you. Tú nunca te sentaste conmigo para conocerme. Tú no me conoces a mí. Tú nomás te estás yendo a lo que te platican, Nelda. Pero no le preguntas a Nelda, oye, Nelda, ¿por qué le tienes coraje a Velda? Una vez, let me tell you ladies, one time, I'm gonna say maybe about 25 years ago. 25 years ago, I was 25 years old. And yes, that's the best thing, Teresa, cremation. Let me tell you all something real quick before I clock in, because I have to clock in a little bit. And I don't know if y'all heard this before, but I'm gonna tell you here. For those of you that haven't heard it, because I said it before. So 25 years ago, Ricky was having an affair, and I would go to the bars. Soy cantinera, me gustaba el pinche pedo. I was young, ¿por qué no? Estaba sola. So I would go to the bars. Ahí los juntábamos yo y Nelda, chingos de viejas en la pinche cantina, porque éramos cantineras. Y un día los metimos al San Diego, ahí en Mercedes, la cantina San Diego. Y siempre que yo llegaba a la cantina con esas personas, con Nelda y con otra señora que se juntaba con ella, estaba un guy, le decían el tacuache. Le decían el tacuache. Y siempre llegaba yo y ese guy se retiraba. He would move away. And I didn't know why. Like, what the hell? Like, what did I do to this guy? Why does he walk away? Every time I would get close to them, the guy would walk away. I'm like, what the fuck? What's this guy's problem? So one night I was drinking, and one night Nelda and her friend didn't want to be around me, so they kind of like didn't. I love going to bars and clubs when I was in my 30s. I was 25. So then I went to another bar, Juvitas, back in the day. I went to another bar. And I was there at the bar. I was a little tipsy, and the guy walked in. That's right, Carolina. Hey, it's the best. The truth is the best. And I walked into that cantina, and I was a little tipsy. And the guy walked in there. Pinche tacuache. And I asked him, I said, hey, ¿qué onda contigo? ¿Te debo? ¿Me conoces o qué onda? Y dice, no, no te conozco. ¿Por qué? Le dije, ¿por qué cada vez que yo me arrimo allí con estas dos personas, le dije, tú te retiras? Le dije, ¿qué, te debo o qué? Dijo, no, no me debes. Entonces, ¿qué es tu problema? Le dije, yo me llamo Velda. Le dije, yo soy aquí de Mercedes. Le dije, ¿qué es tu problema? Dijo, no, dijo, es que... Really, Karina? Oh, maybe one of these days we should have a grito contest. I could never do it. And he said, es que esa ruca me dijo a mí, Nelda, que los hikis que trae ella eran tuyos. Dijo, y a mí no me gustan las manfloras. And I'm like, what? Dijo, sí, me dijo ella que los chupotones que ella trae eran tuyos. Le dije, qué pinche vieja tan mentirosa. Le dije, a mí no me gustan las viejas. Le dije, a mí me gustan los pelados. Le dije, es más, le dije, si quieres, vámonos, le dije. Ahorita te enseño que a mí me gustan los pelados, a mí no me gusta la panocha. Vámonos. Dijo, vámonos, pues vámonos. So I went with this guy, ladies. I had already talked to him in the past, but it was like, hi, bye, because then all of a sudden he started keeping his distance from me, and I was like, what the fuck? What did I do to this guy? I didn't even know him like that, Well, Nelda kept telling him that I was her lover and that the hickeys that she had were his. And I was like, what the fuck? Why would Nelda tell him that shit? Exactly, Carolina. I was like, why the fuck was she telling that shit? Like, I don't like girls. I like men. Why the fuck was she telling him that shit? So guess what? We leave. I go with this guy. I get in his van and I go with him. That night, I went with that guy. We were in his fucking trailer, ladies. We were in his trailer. And guess who stops by? Guess who goes by there? And she had the fucking guts to go and knock on the fucking door. Guess. Can someone put the name there? Yes, Teresa. She was telling him I would make her hickeys. Guess who went knocking on his door that night? And she knew I was there with him. She took her friend that night to knock on the door. Me and him were in bed, and she went knocking on his door. And he went out there and he's like, "What happened? What's going on?" And she goes, "She's there with you." And he said, "Yeah." "Why? What happened?" She left. She was pissed. She was infuriated because I was there with him. That's what you get, bitch. You were telling people that I was a fucking lesbian. I showed him I wasn't a fucking lesbian. I wasn't no fucking lesbian. Exactly. So do you all think maybe that's why she hates me? That's why she talks about me? Do you all think maybe that's why? Because of that guy? Then one day we were there at the fucking San Diego again. And we were sitting at the table. We were drinking. And he used to be a músico. He was a cheap músico. And he was singing a song, Chancla que aviento, no la vuelvo a levantar. And Nelda threw her chancla on the floor. And he practically wanted to beat the fuck out of Nelda. That's freaking crazy. I was like, what the fuck's going on here? So then he went and got me. And we went across the street to Sammy's. And we were at Sammy's. We were drinking and dancing. And Nelda was mad because I was with him. Because he was telling people I was his girlfriend. I wasn't his girlfriend. I wasn't his girlfriend. I was his, I guess you want to call it, fuck buddy. Exactly, Teresa. Exactly. Exactly. That's what it is. And I'm not talking bad about her. I don't have nothing bad to say about her. It is what it is. But people want to be, she wants to talk to people. She wants to send private messages to people and talk about my past. Talk about the real shit. Talk about what really happened. Talk about the real shit. Don't be lying to people. What do you want? A pity party? Pity party? Mm-mm. Yeah, Teresa. And she's here watching right now. She's here. And you're not blocked now that you can comment on here if you want. I'm 53 years old. Nelda's about 6 years older than me. My first husband, I was 14 and he was 22, gonna be 23. He was what, 10, 11 years older than me? When I married my husband, I only knew him for a freaking month. My parents thought me and him were having sex and that I was pregnant. So my parents forced us to get married. Excuse me, 20 years later, we're having breakfast at a restaurant, Nelda and that friend and I. And I leave that place and Nelda tells my friend, "You know, my sister was going out with her husband." Like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I didn't know who my husband was fucking when he was 15. He was a lot older than I. I don't give a fuck. But guess what? I have 3 children with that man. I have 3 beautiful children with that man. And those are the only 3 children he has. Well, he has another daughter before we had our 3 children. And those are all the children he had. 4 children. 4 children. He only fathered 4 children. And that's it. He said he would never, ever get another woman pregnant. And he stuck to his word. And you know what, ladies? My husband and I, ex-husband, we still talk. We have a good relationship. A few months ago, he came to visit my son. I sent my son money so they could go have lunch. Lunch on me at the island. No matter what, my husband, my ex-husband and I are always going to be connected. We had 3 children together. Who gives a fuck if he slept with Nelda's sister? Who gives a fuck if he slept with Julana, Mangana, Talana, whatever the fuck Gloria's names were yesterday? At the end of the day, we had 3 children together. And it wasn't out of love, it was out of lust. He fathered 3 children with me. And I love him in a godly way because he wasn't there for my children when they were small because me and him would collide. But now, as a grown man and my children being adults, they have a close relationship with their dad. I think in April, next April, he's gonna come up here and he's gonna stay with my daughter and his wife. My ex-husband and his wife are gonna come and stay here with my daughter. No pasa nada. I'm gonna cook breakfast for them if I have to. No pasa nada. God is good. What was it like? When was it? In about 8 months ago, I think. 8 months ago, we went to church, and my husband was there. My ex-husband. I keep saying husband. My ex-husband was there. We sat down in church together. No pasó nada. Ricky, me, him, my son, we were all there in church. No pasó nada. It's nice to be in a relationship where we can get along. We can get along because of our children. It's an awesome feeling. Que tuve hijos de diferentes hombres no le hace. No le hace. Porque mis hijos salieron de mí. Los 6 salieron de mí. Los 6. Desde el más grande hasta la más chiquita. Yes, Teresa. And he told Ricky, that day that we were in church, he told Ricky, te quiero dar las gracias, brother. Dijo, por cuidar a mis hijos cuando yo no estaba allí. My ex-husband told Ricky that. Dijo, te quiero dar las gracias por ser parte de la vida de mis hijos. Thank you, Miss Painter. I didn't know what love was when I married Noe. I didn't know what love was. I was 14. I was a little girl. I came to find out what love was when I got with Ricky. And that's why Ricky cheated on me for 7 years. And that's why now I feel that we have a good relationship. I'm not going to say that our relationship is perfect because it's far from perfect. But Ricky being 4 hours away from me, him being over there and me being over here, should tell you all a lot about our relationship. Because Ricky's over there and I'm over here, and we don't have to worry about that. Oh, Ricky's cheating on Velda, Velda's cheating on Ricky. I don't talk to anyone. I don't have a need for a man. I'm happy. I have what I need. God has blessed me abundantly. And that's what I want my platform for. Not to be bashing on people, not to be trashing people. To share my life. My life, because guess what? From my life, others can learn. They say distance makes the heart grow fonder. Yes, Teresa, and it's true because when I get home, Ricky loves me. My grandson, Anthony, the other day he called me and he's like, Grandma, when are you coming? And I said, can I go stay with you? And he's like, yes, Grandma, yes. So guess what? I go and I'm loved by my children. I don't care if I'm hated by my enemies because I'm loved by my children. And that's what matters to me. That's right, Miss Painter. That's why I'm not here to rebuttal her what she says. That's why yesterday I went live and I said, everything she says, she's 100%. Tal al 100 esa señora, tal 100. Todo lo que ella dice, Nelda se lo dijo y Nelda se lo platicó a su manera, pero no se lo dio como debía de haber sido. Dios es bien grande. Dios es bien grande y Dios me ha dejado vivir esta ahorita. En 2016, I had a heart attack. I had a heart attack in 2016. I saw God. I was in my bed. I was in the bed and they put the camera. What do you call it, Miss Painter, when they put the camera through your main artery, through the bottom? I was in the bed. I remember listening to rock music, and they said, we can't put you to sleep because when we're doing your procedure, heart cath. Yes. They said, when we're doing your procedure, we need you awake because we need to tell you to take deep breaths, breathe in and out, so we can't put you to sleep. He said, you're gonna be awake. You're gonna feel as we're putting the catheter in the camera. And all I remember was looking at the mirror on top of me and all these nurses around me and doctors. And I remember the doctor saying, give me 5 mm's of whatever, give me 5 mm's of this, give me 6 LLs of this, that. I can hear them in the background, what they were doing, what they were saying, breathe in, breathe out, hold your breath. I remember seeing God. He was wearing a gown, like a little teal color, with his arms open. There was a bright light. And I remember the doctor saying, we're losing her, we're losing her. Breathe in and out, ma'am, breathe in and out, ma'am, hold your breath. And he said, you're here, ma'am. I kept coming. I was like, And he's like, are you okay, ma'am? You're here. You're okay. You're going to be okay. You made it. This was in 2016. Let me show you all. I'm going to show you guys. September 2nd, 2016. My main artery. I have to carry this card with me all the time because they say this is like a birth certificate. Because this day I died and they brought me back to life. September 2nd, 2016. So I know I have a purpose in life. I know I'm here because of God. So I have a lot more to share. I have a lot more to share. Exactly, Teresa. And that's why I say I do not want my platform to bash anyone. I don't. And they can make fun of me that, oh, she was crying, oh, she's this, oh, she's that. No le hace. Dice el dicho, hurts, como dice, sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never hurt. And that's the truth. Words, you only hear them, and sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never hurt. Thank you, Teresa. You all should. I'm gonna find out the name of the guy that was in Dallas yesterday, who wanted to unalive himself. They're doing GoFundMe for him. Last night they put the GoFundMe, and within a couple of hours he already had $3,000 because they're giving him donations for legal fees because he wanted to unalive himself last night. Like, y'all should have heard his video. Like, he was crying. He was in, like, it was so crazy. And I made a donation because I felt so bad for the guy. I don't know who that guy is, but I felt bad for him. I don't have a lot of money, but I did make a small donation. I think it was $5. But anyways, I'm gonna let you all go because I have to clock in. God bless you. And if anyone has any questions about my life, inbox me. I will tell you the truth. Don't believe people that have said so many ugly things because either they're jealous of me. Thank you, Maria. Because they're jealous or because they envy me. Life is good, and I'm here because God has me here. Because if God didn't want me here, I would have been gone since 2016. Bye.